Well, thank you for a little bit of the trip down your chronological path. Now I'd like to talk to you a little bit specific about some of the things. You're in the trenches. I mean, you're getting after it. I know you guys were in here early this morning, probably with a 6:30 a.m. workout.
Yeah, we had a 6:30 women's basketball conditioning session.
Okay, so here we are. We're in September. Give us a little bit of an idea of what's coming up for you and your teams that you work with, and maybe where you're at in the preparation cycle.
Well, we've worked, specifically speaking of basketball, we've worked with Dr. Fry, and we've done some cortisol testing on our athletes for men's and women's basketball. And this 2 to 3 week period before, or 3 to 4 week period before basketball starts gives us 2 to 3 weeks of high intensity running. And we've statistically proven that running and that hard running for those 2 to 3 weeks, and then a little bit of break, 5 days off, has really prepped them for practice. So there's this huge super compensation in terms of hormone. So this morning we ran, we're running 3 days a week for the women.
Okay.
And next week it starts for the guys. But we're just trying to break them down a little bit in a good way, not to get anybody hurt, but to get people pushing, get a higher volume running, agility, things that they're going to face on the court, but then pull it back a little bit, let them recover, and have that super compensation. So.
Yeah, and now I'm sure you guys do a very good job of creating a competitive environment, and
absolutely, yeah. Like sure this morning we did races, and it was pretty much baseline cone, free throw line cone, free throw line cone, baseline cone, and there were 3 people per set of cones, and it was, here's a tennis ball, run to the opposite free throw, pass it to your teammate, they run. Just simple little exercises like that. They forget it's conditioning when competition comes into play.
Changes it, right?
Changes everything.
You can sit there and say, we're running 300-yard shuttles today. Everybody freaks out, and we're saying, oh, we're going to run these team relays that are 300-yard shuttles, and they don't see twice about it, and they're going to run at a higher effort than they were going to.
Absolutely, the intensity goes through the roof.
That's awesome, and obviously you guys have created such a culture of competitiveness, with the history here, so that's cool to hear. I also like how you integrate Dr. Fry and the science aspect within the training. I think so many times, people confuse maybe what science may mean. Well, here you are, you're doing it at real time, and you're getting real data that's going to ultimately support your methods.
Yeah, he's presenting at the American College of Sports Medicine on our force plate numbers and minutes played as a Kansas basketball player.
Cool. Yeah. I definitely want to get into some of that a little bit later as well with you. And that's the unique thing here. You guys do a very good job of utilizing your technology, and love to if you can share some of that with us a little bit later as well.